Alright, this is a video I've been meaning to make for a very long time now. I don't know how else to start this I don't really know how to start this. I guess I'm sorry. I haven't had an update to the Android4Lumia project in a long time. A long time meaning a long time. In fact, I'll even open YouTube Dashboard or YouTube Studio on my phone here, and let's sort by the most viewed video. The last Android4Lumia update video I believe I made was regarding Wi-Fi. September 6, 2017, I think. And well, there hasn't really been an Android4Lumia update since really that. There was a project update regarding the future Lumia 640. Was there going to be Android? And that video, let me see. That video was released in January of 2018. So it's been a long time since then. That video currently has almost 8,000 views. It was a response to Windows Phone Internals 2.3 coming out when Heathcliff, he came out with the new Windows Phone Internals updates and whatnot. So that was the last time I've spoken about the project on YouTube. And on Twitter I've spoken about it more, as you know, I've got most of my developer stuff and bits going there. Anyway, but as of today's recording, this is February 6th, 2021 at 4:20 whatever p.m. and the original tutorial has 883,181 views, and the full Android running on Windows Phone kind of teaser video has 578,470 views. And I haven't really spoken much of the project since then. That video was released, I believe, 2017, and it's now 2021. That was the original tutorial that I'm talking about, and I haven't really said anything since about it. So what's been happening with the project? Well, I have a document in front of me that I started on January 8th of 2020. So that was when I was going to make an update video. And I was going to make an update video in 2019, and it never happened. The reason I never ended up making one is, well, A, I never really got around to just sitting down and doing it like I am now. And B, there wasn't really anything to update on. But I kind of have some things written here on my computer in a Google Doc that I'm going to go over. So here's the current status of the project. It's basically dead. The Telegram group still exists. The XDA thread I don't believe exists. More on that later. The GitHub still exists. The GitHub website exists. That's a new thing for the project if you haven't heard about Android4Lumia in a long time. Link to that in the description. You can still download builds that are relatively new, probably about a year or so old, and they still work. So it's not really alive, the project. Some of you in the comments of the previous Android4Lumia videos had high expectations that we would have by now lots of devices, or Lumias, whatever, running Android. And the truth to that is that never really happened. We were in a phase where we were working on Lumia 640 and getting the LK bootloader and fast boot working. Even Lumia 950 had working team win recovery at some point, or twerp, or whatever, however you say it. Had it working at some point, and I think I'll try and put some pictures on the screen or whatever. I have some Twitter links that I'll link in the description down below of kind of progress from people who were messing around with it. My final kind of days with the project, officially I guess you could say, were around early 2019, I believe. I was building, and then I think by summer of 2019 I was just kind of done with that. This year, or no, it's not even this year anymore. In 2020, I shipped all my Lumias that I have. I kept, I think, two. One's just a raw board, and one is just a regular 521. I shipped the rest of those, the HTC M8 that we were going to do and all that sort of stuff. That's all shipped to Ben Imbushio, or however you say his Instagram handle. Anyway, he has those devices now. If he's going to work on them, I don't know. I sent it to him a while ago, and he's busy with other sorts of projects. So that is what happened with development, basically. I don't have any devices, and there's nothing really for me to develop. A lot of people believed that I was actually behind, like I created the whole project, and that is not true. The project was created before I even showed up, like early, mid 2016. I came in about late 2016 when somebody actually gave me leaked files from the project that weren't supposed to go out to everybody yet because it wasn't stable enough. Whatever. That is however you say it, ThinX2. That's his tag. Some of you might know this guy still. And he originally got me into the project and got me the leaked builds, and I was testing it, whatever. He flashed it to my phone. End of that story, basically. So that's how I started. But how it sits now, there's just no interest. When things were happening, and I can see my edits on Google Drive, let's see, we'll go back here. I wrote on January 8th of 2020 that the Lumia 620 is supported. That is true. That's the only other device we added. Some unofficial touchscreens have been supported, so there's a link to that in the description as well. There was plans in that time, late 2019, 2020-ish, maybe, even earlier, in fact, to migrate to a new bootloader and stuff like that for the currently supported devices and to set ourselves up for future devices, as we did know that I didn't actually tell anybody, at least on YouTube, that it was possible to run Android on newer Lumias. It was just way harder and way more complicated. So that's kind of out of the bag. I mean, it's been for a while, but not to the YouTube audience. Roland Furnoa, this is his username. He ordered some set of Lumias at some point and had a development environment set up in Linux again. And last I heard or spoke to him, he was doing some Android-related building or something like that, but then again, I haven't really been paying attention to what people have been up to lately. So that's that. The team's Slack server or whatever was back up for a period of time. People haven't really used that. And TBM13 was actively working on stuff. This is his username. He created our project website and did a bunch of other stuff for us, which was super cool and super kind of him to spend that time and kind of build up a few things for Android4Lumia. So thank you. Let's talk about what happened with the XDA form. So this is a bit of a story. I believe I posted something on my Twitter regarding this a long time ago. I don't even remember the exact time this happened. It was around November of maybe 2019, 2018. I can't quite remember. But I was notified in our Telegram group that Furnoa, or Roland, one of the original project members, was taking down Android4Lumia related resources without any notice. And I had no idea until somebody in our Telegram group had mentioned it. He removed the project thread for the Lineage or Lineage OS ROM and twerp builds, the recovery builds. The bootloader thread was gone. The restore to Windows Phone thread was gone. Several other links were gone. His GitHub, his personal GitHub was gone. His XDA account was gone. And he left the Android4Lumia GitHub organization. So nearly everything publicly available for the project just disappeared. So yeah, and then his Telegram account went missing. I'm not sure what was going on in that period of time with him. We didn't speak for a while. I don't think it was anything related to anything that any of the team members have done. So I'm not going to speak on that. But because I don't know. But he's back. I've messaged him. We're past that. I got resources back up. So something must have happened with him that led him to doing this. So anyway, that's that. We're past that. I'm trying to think of anything recent that I've done for Android4Lumia. I think this last year I actually threw up the LK bootloader, like a beta build that we did a long time ago, probably around 2018, 2019. Was a beta build for LK bootloader for the Lumia 640. So that's on my GitHub with some instructions. Use it if you want, whatever. If you're that deep into this project, you'll find the rest of the resources that exist that are still out there. So after everything was deleted from the project, basically when Roland went on a rampage, etc., I was coming up with a plan to rebuild, so that's when we created the website and some of the other downloads and whatnot. UEFI to LK bootloader was like a shim thing that we were doing, so you could boot shim. So anyway, that's really it for the project. So I haven't really updated it. I guess to sort of conclude here, there's going to be no more updates regarding this project from me. I haven't been part of it for a while now. Really, nobody has. People, I'm sure, have still followed the project, like on Telegram and all that, but there's really nothing new coming out. It's safe to say that I have moved on. Yes, I was the face of the project and still am to the people discovering the videos. When people think of Android4Lumia, they mainly think of the video I created in 2017 and the tutorial and all of that stuff. Well, thank you for all the support since then. But if you're looking to get something new today and learn something new from this video, or exciting news, there really isn't. So with Android phones getting, really good for a cheap cost, I don't see a reason to keep working on these devices. It's a hobby. If you have free time and you just like to figure things out, then that's the kind of these are the kind of projects that you end up doing. I have a few of those myself. It's nothing really interesting these days, at least for people, online, like Android4Lumia. It's just kind of projects I do and figure out things, in my free time, and it interests me, but not necessarily people out wherever in the world or watching it online. So they're developers and people that like to tinker have those projects, and I'm doing those things now. So that's really it. There's nothing new. What I will say is all the resources are still online as far as I'm concerned, with the links in the description. If you're interested in tinkering still with stuff like this, there are some updates and links to like Twitter and developers that have done stuff. And if you spend the time, you can compile a list of resources, but I'm not going to do that. I've moved on. Somebody else can spend the time. I've spent a lot of time on this project. Yes, it was very popular, and yes, I did get noticed online for things like this. I think even last year there was a website that interviewed me. I don't know if the interviews back up because they changed hosts or whatever, but I actually did that. That was pretty cool to reflect on the project. So I don't know if that's still up online anywhere, but I have my responses to that. Maybe I'll post that, maybe I won't, somewhere. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for the support for all that time. If you subscribed because of those videos, the channel has grown a little bit since then. I'm looking to make tech videos. I've been making some tech videos again, just kind of on the side. So that's kind of what happened with me and Android4Lumia. We've parted ways. It's taken me a while to record this video, obviously, sit down and just do it. I've been a little lazy on that aspect. So to wrap it all up, I appreciate everyone's support over the years for the project. Everybody that I've worked with, thank you. Whether it's been good or bad, it's been a learning experience. I went from not understanding kind of how Android builds and all that go to actually building and compiling ROMs and sort of learning a little bit of like coding things and stuff like that. I'm no expert by any means. A lot of people think that I knew what I was doing when I did all this. Not a chance. I just learned by reading online, Googling, and spending the time. So I'm thankful for that, and we'll see what the future lies ahead for any projects and stuff on this channel. So this is goodbye to the Android4Lumia project. I may or may not say a thing or two about it here or there. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is the update, and I don't think there's anything else to say, but thank you. So if you want to stay up to date with anything else that I do outside of that project, that long gone project, stay subscribed. Consider leaving a comment down below, and let me know what you want to see. I've done some stuff with the previous tech videos, but kind of shifting my content to more so what I like to do and what I like to film. So again, thank you for all the support, and this is the end of Android4Lumia and me. We are parting ways. So it's all done. So there we go. There's the update. Finally filmed it, and that's all I have to say. Goodbye.